Hello, everybody. We are live coming to you from all parts of the world. We have here from the Philippines, Australia. Who else? I think it's only Philippines and Australia. Give me a second, guys. Uh, Here we are. Hi, Sis Y. Hello, hello. Good evening to
I
you
lost.
from
I can't
next time.
see.
And good afternoon or good morning, wherever you might be. Today it is Saturday. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And thank you guys for coming here. Thank you, ladies. And thank you for all our viewers for actually tuning in or watching us today. And I hope you will be inspired or you can resonate our stories and maybe our topics for today. So, our special topic today is what matters most in your life. No, so we're gonna talk a lot of topics with these different ladies. In later on. So first, let me just turn this off. So I'm gonna introduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Luisa Injano. I've been living here in Australia for more than 9 years now. Not yet as in, but soon. But I'm originally from the Philippines, so I'm Bisaya. I've been married for 6 years. I don't have children yet, but I'm a fur mom. That's how you call it. I work as an assistant nurse in the hospital. So my topic for today, let me just have a look for the topic. So what is the most important, or what matters most in my life? So I choose spirituality and faith. As you know, regardless of what religion you are in, whether you are Hindu or Christian, Muslim, or whatever denominations you are in, we have a different uh, lots of faith, right? So whatever you believe in. So for me, is spirituality, guys. It holds deep significance for me because it provides a foundation of meaning. So that's what we're looking for our lives, right? Meaning, purpose, and connection in life. And since I've been living here in Australia, I've always been a Christian, believing in divine, believing in God and all that. But sometimes, we kind of lost, but we always find ourselves to find ways to connect with God, to connect with faith. So one of the things I want to topic about this faith is sense of purpose. So faith and spirituality help people make sense of life's challenges and joy, and giving life as a sense of deeper purpose. So sometimes in our daily lives, we have we're always look for meaning, or what purpose do we have here in this earth, and it could be you could be someone who is like uh, teaching uh, theological stuff, or you can be a Christian. How do you say, like a catechism? Some Catholic catechism, I think that's what you call it. Maybe you can be like indulge yourself, become how do you say, there's a lot of like teachings, in this with faith and spirituality, and with a sense of purpose. You always like look for it, regardless of what age or what kind of background you are. So I want to talk about this because sometimes we might lost at the point of our lives. We're looking for meaning and what is the purpose here in this world. And sometimes our faith can be tested, especially in difficult times. So that is like really important, because as we grow older, parang we lost faith sometimes. Again, like for example, uh, someone in your life who is like really what do you call, how do you say, like you lost this person and you kind of like suddenly felt angry and all that. You got these feelings, and then you felt that in that kind of struggle or grief ba. And then you suddenly don't believe in anything. And I think most of us experience this kind of situation, especially when we have a difficult times, and you ask a lot of questions. Why? What is the meaning of this if this person is gone? What is the purpose of my life anymore? You ask all of these questions, right? And but then the faith also give you inner strength, when I came here in Australia, when you're busy and doing a lot of things, you kind of like parang led us straight to other things, right? You do parties, you enjoy life, and thing is, like, you don't remember your faith until later when something happened in your life, and that comes to me. When later on, when I came here in Australia, I felt depressed. This one of the things that happened to me. I guess because I tend to like enjoy my life, I kind of forget, like, going to church and all that, because you are so busy of your social life and you're so busy of working like really hard, and then doing studies and all that. But when this situation happened, when I was depressed, of course, I'm looking for something. Why am I like this? Why am I not happy? So, but it always comes back to me to, you know, um, the only thing that actually saves me is through my faith. So it gives me a lot of strength, comfort, and makes me resilient as well during difficult times. So, without, I think for me, I would say without God, I don't think I'll be here because I was suicidal back then. I think like I was so dark, lots of stress and all these things. Grabe, when you are in a difficult time, like I don't know what you wanna do. Like you can think of anything. It's like you wanna do something and you wanna get rid of the pain, especially when you're in really in pain situation. You just want to end the pain, right? So, but then when you get back to your faith, you're looking up, or it gives you like the strength. You hold on to something, you believe that you will have a purpose, that there is a hope in life, right? So yeah, so that really gives me a lot of strength when it comes to faith. That's why I'll get back to my faith and serve God and all that. And another thing is values and morals. So that's really true, because in when I was in the Philippines, you kind of like, I'm a shy person. I think you are kind of, for me, I'm a more of moral person when I was in the Philippines. And when you go to another country, you kind of forget who you are. And then you lost morale, you become arrogant, you become proud because I, to be honest, believe it or not, there's a lot of people are like that. And I maybe experienced like that. People even my family think that I am an arrogant and I'm a proud person just because I'm here. But actually, even though I'm not telling them, hey, like, like, especially when I become opinionated, because here in Australia, we have like, freedom of speech. You can say whatever you want, you can criticize whatever you want, but where I come from, you need to always be sensitive and have a feeling, because otherwise people will get hurt. But here in Australia, it's totally different. Sometimes you lose your moral and values. So it's kind of like really related to me, so, but again, when I come back to faith and I pray hard and then I believe in something, I kind of like, it will align somehow, like whatever you've experienced right now, the difficult situation, it kind of like makes me give me a right direction, like, there is a way, there is a hope that you should not do this. No one should ever like take your own life, but only God, right? So it's kind of, it aligns a way of making decisions with your personal and communal beliefs. So that's for me, that's why for me, like, I think between me, my family and my health and whatever it is that I've actually matters most, but I think is spirituality and faith gives me a lot of strength, in this business, like in this life, in whether personal or work, right? All right, that's enough for me, guys. Sorry, I've been talking long. I said I'm not gonna talk long. All right, so let's go to the next. So let's start from the top. We have Sis Queenie. Hello, unmute yourself.
All right, thank you. Um, good afternoon from our side. Um, Today, I'm so excited to be with all of you because I will be tackling that truly affects every one of us, and that is financial security. We all know that actually money is not the most important thing, or the finance is not the most important thing in life, but then again, it affects the most important, what matters most in our lives, right? I
That's
hope
true.
you agree with you agree with me. So I'm Queenie Mendoza, a teacher, digital business mentor, and a mother who understands the importance of financial security, not just for myself, but for my family and my kids, and their future, and the future of my family. So let me tackle why is it so important, the financial security, why is it important. So let's just be real for a moment. Have you ever experienced financial stress, worrying about bills, emergencies, or your children's future? Me, I worry a lot back then and still now. And have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work, you still struggle to save or invest? Okay, so many people believe financial security is not only for the wealthy, but the truth is, it is for everyone. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how you manage and grow what you have, right? Financial security means you're prepared for unexpected emergencies. You're not living paycheck to paycheck. You're confidently invest in your future, whether it's a home, education, or retirement. You can enjoy life without constant financial stress. I imagine this wouldn't feel like so amazing to wake up each day without worrying about money. That's exactly we're having this conversation today. So let me give a little bit what I know about financial security. So let me give you the three pillars of financial stability. First is mindset. It's always mindset. Okay. Remember, wealth starts with your mind, right? So shift your mind, or shift your mindset on how you see money, because most people think money is just about earning and spending, but financial security starts in the mind. Do you have a spending habit that drains your finances? Do you have a scarcity mindset, or you have an open opportunities that can increase your wealth? Okay, there's a tip here: start seeing money as a tool for growth, not just for survival. Okay, so second pillar is the planning. Failing to plan, as they say, failing to plan is planning to fail. So if you want to have a financial security in the future, you have to have a plan. Okay, create a budget that aligns with your financial goals. Start saving emergency fund savings. Start savings and emergency fund, even if it's small. Okay, plan for long-term financial growth like retirement, investment, or passive income. A budget gives you control. Without it, money will always slip through your fingers without knowing where it goes. So number three pillar is growth. Make your money work for you. Savings alone won't build wealth. You need to grow it. And here's a real way to create financial stability. First is invest wisely. There's so many investment platforms out there. We have the stocks, real estate, mutual fund, and the best platform we have is the digital business. Start side hustle. Okay. And the best side hustles that I have found is the online business, the thing that we do right now. And learn about passive income. So money comes in even while you sleep. Okay. So the quick tip here is start small, but start today. Okay. Because here's why this matters to me. Okay. As a teacher, a mentor, I know how hard it is to manage finances while juggling responsibilities. As a mom of five, including one special child, I've learned that financial security isn't just about me. It's about securing my children's future. That's why I started exploring digital business opportunities to create additional income streams, build long-term financial stability, and help others do the same. So I think that's all that I can share with everybody. Remember that financial security is for everyone. Okay, so and it is not just what you call this, not just a dream, it's your choice. Okay, it's your choice. So if you want to have a financial security, you have to start now. You have to commit yourself to take control of it now. Your future self will thank you for that. That's all for me, Sis Louisa, and stay financially empowered.
Thank you, sis. Oh my gosh, it's really touching. But to be honest, I like the we need to be practical, right? So, and nowadays, whether there, how there are people like, oh, we're contented. No, you're not.
Hmm.
Like, to be honest, it's not a practical way. Like, I'm contented. Like, wherever you go, whatever you do, you always need finance, right? You need money to spend something, right? And especially being a mom, for you see, is mother of five, it's not easy. And I guess here we are, guys, we're looking for financial security, especially when you have family, a big family, right? Thank you, sis. Thank you for that. Let's go to sis Tracy from Australia. Go ahead,
Hello,
sis.
hello everyone. I'm here again. For those who do not know me, I'm Tracy Reeves, a born again child of God, a loving wife, a business entrepreneur, and a mentor. I work part time as a remedial massage therapist 3 days a week. I migrated to Australia after I got married, and originally I'm from Malaysia. So that's all for my introduction. I will just go straight to my topic today, giving back. Hi, guys. Today I'm going to talk about giving back. What is giving back? Giving back isn't just about money, it's about your time, your love, and your kindness. So, all this is giving back. Every small act you do is count. So don't worry, you just give with a generous heart. So when I was at my teenage, I already trained myself how to save money and giving back. Being the eldest in the family, I always wanted to support my parents and to give them a better future. I think this is how I built up my giving back attitude, because being the eldest is always you always feel you have the responsibility to care for the family, and no matter what, they are always your first priority. That's why I have learned giving back when I was young, so it's already in my DNA. To be honest, I considered myself a generous person. I don't know you agree with me.
Yeah, I do. I do. Every time we see each other, Sis Tracy would bring us gifts, guys. So you should see
Uh,
Sis Tracy. Go ahead.
Let me tell you, giving back is important. When you give back, we actually provide opportunities for those who feel trapped or struggling in their daily lives. And in Matthew 5:16, God called us to be a light of this world through giving. We reflect His love and grace. So remember this: when you give, you are a light of this world. Here I have three uh, ways to share with you about how you can give back. Okay, number one, volunteering. Your time, one of the greatest gift, whether it's serving at a food truck, mentoring a young person, or helping a local shelter, your presence can bring hope to someone in needs. In Australia here, every time when there's a disasters or bushfire or whatever, Salvation Army is the first one who set up their food truck to serve the fire brigade, the people, or even the uh, people who involved in the flood or tragedies, So these are the giving. You give your time to serve. Okay, so it's very good, if especially if you are retired, you don't have work, so it's good that you can volunteer to do something like this. I used to be in the SAES, which is Salvation Army Emergency Services. I'm trained in that area. So because I'm still working, I gave up that what you call that volunteer work, because whenever they need me, I can't go. So I feel that it's not good to occupy somebody's space. So I said to myself, wait till I fully retired, I have more time to commit, then I can go as whenever they need me. My husband and I, we both are Salvation Army soldiers. So we both volunteer every year for the Red Shield appeal collection at Bunnings, Pentagon, or shopping center. That's why I encourage you to uh, volunteer your time. This is giving your time. Okay. The second one is philanthropy. So this one is give financially, whether big or small. Every penny counts when you give with a generous heart. Okay. Don't, if you really want to give someone some money or to donate your money, or you want to help someone, make sure that you give it with a willing heart, because there's a lot of people who like they forced to give, but nobody wants you to force yourself to give. If you can't afford, don't give. If you want to give generously with a willing heart. Just like the Bible say, a rich people, I can just dump in 1K for donation. But this old lady only have 50 cents, and that is everything she have. And she put that money, she donated the 50 cents. So who is the richest? The old lady who donated everything she had, which is the 50 cents, with her willing heart. This 50 cents meant a lot to her, but she gave it with a willing heart. For the rich people, 1K to them actually is nothing. But when we look at it, it was like, wow, a lot of money he is donating. It's not. It's not. Okay? So this is something that we be able to learn about how we give financially, and give with the heart, with a generous heart. Also, your giving serve the less fortunate people. I got a giving heart. When I went to India, I donated to my sister Jessie Goodwill Foundation, because I know her foundation is to help abandoned children, give them food, shelter, and education. That's why I help them. I give. I'm not really rich, or earning a big income, but through my own sweat and blood savings, I give, because I know it's for good work. It's not that what you call, just you don't know where your money going. I know when I give, it's for the good work, because my sister foundation, they are doing a work for missionaries, so they help all these abandoned children. Okay, so this I have been practicing giving all my life, because I love to give. I sometimes I say, God, how I wish if I'm a millionaire, I can do better, But now there's only limited that I can do, because I don't have that much to give, even though I wanted to. All right. And then the third one is act of kindness. You can do a simple gesture For example, paying for someone coffee. If you know that this person, maybe she is a pensioner, she don't have a lot of money, or she's struggling with her what you call her daily expenses or whatever, you can buy her or him a coffee. You can also like write an encouraging notes to someone who is sick, right? Or even smiling at a stranger. So this simple gesture can brighten someone's days. They might be going through some hard time which we don't know, but from our little small gesture like that, that they see, oh, there are people that care. There's people that there for them. They feel they're being what do you call they're not alone. So they feel that they have people there to care for them or to love them. So simple gesture like this is also very important, because you can brighten someone day. Someone might in the what you call middle of, let's say, if this person might be thinking to be suicidal. You don't know what is happening in their life. They might be thinking, I want to go to 16th floor and jump down, but so happen you are there, right? And then you give the person a smile, or maybe you said something to that person, and then it gave comfort to the person, and the person might feel, oh, I don't want to die now. So these are all the little gesture to uh, to what you call to brighten someone's life. And then, like for me at work, I sometimes like to buy treat Kentucky I buy Kentucky to treat my colleague. They didn't ask for anything, but sometimes I see everyone is so tired working, right? Because I'm a remedial massage therapist. We work long hours sometimes. So sometimes I just feel like I want to buy something to share for everyone. So I got them Kentucky, especially the chicken wing, which we all likes. So every now and then I will do this sort of things. I might buy them what you call tea, the bubble tea or something that's very popular. I don't drink a lot of those because I only drink water most of the time, but I'll spend them. I use my own money to spend them. Okay. This is not to show that I am rich or whatever. No, I just want to show appreciation, because they are my colleagues and everyone is working hard and everyone get tired. So, just get them a treat and cheer them up. That is my actual motive, right? Okay. So, and then sometimes in my job, I also pray for my client, especially when they share to me about the tragedy. People that comes to me, most of them are in pain, all right? Shoulder pain, here pain, there pain, whatever pain. So there are times I can't help them, especially if they have some illness or whatever. So I offered them prayer. I say, is it okay that I pray for you? So these are also considered a little gesture. Okay, I think that's all for me today.
Sorry. Thank you, Sis Tracy. Oh my goodness. You melt my heart, Sis Tracy. Honestly, guys, if you could, see Sis Tracy or meet Sis Tracy one day, she's very generous. She gives us a lot of stuff, small little gestures. That's really true. Giving back is the act of kindness. And I like the word a light of this world. So, like what Sis Tracy said, guys, it's really true. Whether you don't need to be rich, to actually give kindness to others. Whether you will volunteer something in an organization, like for example, like a lot of nurses as well, or when they retire, they volunteer as well, or anyone who does volunteer. So that's really true. Like it's very nice, to give kindness to anyone, especially those people who are in need, and also those people who are actually in a tragic situation, isn't it? All right, let's go. Thank you, Sis Tracy. That's really moving. We'll go to Sis Melanie in the Philippines. Go ahead, Sis Melanie.
Hello, everyone. Wow, I'm really liking this topic that you've chosen, Louisa. I'm learning a lot about you guys, things that we don't hear when we're talking about business. So, hello, everyone. I'm Melanie, and I'm here in the Philippines. I'm a single mom with three children and three grandchildren as well. I work full time as a paint chemist, and today I'll be talking about family and relationship. I see that like these topics are all like interrelated. So one is talking about being suicidal, one is talking about giving back, and I think this is somehow related. So let's take a moment and talk about things that is really important in our life, and that is our family and our relationship. So no matter where we are in life, the people we surround ourselves with play such a big role in our strength, and our sense of belonging. Um, so I'm now an empty nester. All my children have moved far away from home. Some have families of their own. My youngest is still studying in university, and but we make it a point to stay connected with each other. They call me regularly, and I visit them as often as I can. If like airplane fare is not that expensive, I'll be there every week. But you know, we need to schedule things so that it'll be more financially not burdensome. So we usually talk about their joys or their day-to-day lives, their struggles, and everything else in between. So, but being a mom doesn't stop just because they have grown or they have their own families. It just looks different now. And of course, my grandkids bring me so much joy. Anybody who's been a grandmother already or a grandfather already will say that they love their grandchildren the most, and I'm very agree. I agree with that so much. If I see my children, even my daughters will say this, like I'll be talking to them like on a normal voice. When suddenly my granddaughters appear in the camera, my face suddenly change. So they bring such happiness to me that I've never felt before. I would say my kids make me proud and make me happy, but it's different when we have grandkids. But again, having family isn't just about um, like having a blood relationship, right? It's about the relationship that we build with other people. I'm grateful for different groups in my life now that I share happy moments with. We don't just share just anything that's happy. We also talk about their struggles, and we listen to each other and lift each other up. So whether it's deep conversation over dinner or just hanging out, teasing each other, laughing together, those connections mean so much. Now, what happens then when we don't have strong relationships in our life? Life can start to feel lonely and heavy, and when we keep everything to ourselves, struggles seem like bigger, and joys feel smaller because there's no one to share them with, right? Isolation can lead to sadness and stress and even depression. I recently went to Utah and visit my daughter-in-law. She's having like a postpartum depression. When I went, I told her I honestly cannot relate with you because I haven't experienced it, even having three children. Then when I went there, I understood immediately why she's having all this postpartum depression, because Utah is like empty. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of people there, but they keep it to themselves. Everybody's just in their own apartments or in their own houses, and so there's very little connection. Um, so we were not meant, or we were not made to go through life alone, because human beings thrive in connection with others, right? Because life can be hard and we all go through challenges, but we don't have to do it alone. Whether it's family or close friends or even a supportive community, having people to lean on makes all the difference. So if you feel like you don't have that right now, don't be afraid to reach out. Sometimes one message, just like what Tracy said, one message or one honest conversation can open the door to meaningful connections. And um, I love this quote. Um, it says, because now I'm a single mom and I live alone, but I have actually my nephew here. But of course, it's different when it's my children and my grandchildren. But the quote says, being single mom doesn't mean being alone. It just means being surrounded by love in a different way. The love of my children, my family, and true friends is more than enough to fill my heart. And that um, we as parents have the thing that the most important work that we will do um, in our lives is the work that we will do within the walls of our home. So that's within our family. So we can be successful in business or we can be successful in our job. But if we will fail to nurture our family and our relationship, then we have failed all throughout. Yeah. So that's for me, Lisa. Thank you.
Thanks, Sis Mel. My gosh, you guys. Are we gonna cry so soon? It's really true. Family and relationships is very important. Like what Sis Mel said, like she's far away and she's alone at home, but it's good to have a deep connection with family, guys. Just to someone will give you support, sense of belonging and love,
Yeah.
regardless if you are far away, right? And kids are growing fast, and you just like suddenly they grow up. And
Yeah.
that's true. What you said, like in a Western world, this is like it's really different when it comes, especially that we have a close knit family
Mhm.
that we always close to each other and we always talk to each other. But if you're far away and you live in a Western countries, it's totally different. You become isolated, and
Yeah.
it feels like
Okay.
norm. But it's like normal in Western world that you have no
Yeah.
one to talk to. You only have a couple of friends, even if you have friends. But the thing is, they are also busy and working.
They're
That's
busy. Yeah.
yeah, that's why it's really important to have family and relationships. Even if like you have a, even if you are far away, you still
Yeah.
there's still ways to get connected, right? To
Yeah,
call
a lot
them.
of ways to get connected nowadays. Like we see families nowadays, even though they live within the same house, they don't talk to
Yes.
each other, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're miles apart, but we talk every day. Now, just now when Tracy was talking, my daughter sent me a video of her dancing in like a
Oh,
cultural show. So things like this keep us connected. So it's important, guys.
yeah, that's really true. Thank you, Sis Mel, for sharing yours. Let's go to Sis Merced. Sis Merced, go ahead, unmute yourself, please.
Oh. Hello, everybody. Oh,
Hi, good
I'm
evening.
being from Bohol, Philippines. A good morning. Oh, good morning. What is it? Morning in US and Canada. So, good evening to Australia. Thank you so much for letting me in. By the way, I'm Marcel. I'm here in Bohol, Philippines, and I am a civil engineer by profession. I'm proud digital business owner, and also I'm a mother of a 10-year-old daughter. Thank you for tonight. What is this? Finding fulfillment and purpose, right? That's the question for tonight. So, finding fulfillment and purpose in one's career. Um, Being a professional in every, we are all professionals here, and you can just imagine, yeah, there's so much benefit. Yeah, there the what is it? Sorry, I'm lost. Finding fulfillment and purpose in one's career benefit both the individual, yeah, meaning the person itself, and the society in general. Because what this the impact, if one person, if the individual, or if the professional itself is, is clear with the purpose, with his own purpose in her own career, then there is that, it's fulfilling if we are clear with our purpose in doing in our own career in the society. See, so if we are clear, if we are like me as a civil engineer, if 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 I'm clear with my purpose in my career, then it has a great impact in my own self, and not only in my own self, but it's also in the society in general. So, and also with that, it can, the productivity and innovation of one person, if that individual will be heightened. You see, if ever we are clear with our purpose, then we tend to be innovative. We tend to be, the productivity will increase if we are clear with that, with our purpose in our career. So there will be that, we are more engaged in our career. We are more motivated, because you see, we can just imagine, if we are not clear with our purpose, if you are not clear, then we are less engaged. We are less motivated. So it's very important, if it's very important, if we are clear with our purpose. It's very important to find, to clear, because we can find fulfillment. There's fulfillment in our own self if that is clear. So you see, the result is there's an increase in our productivity, and we are more innovative. And also, there will be, the effect will be, there's a stronger community, because of our innovation. Then in our local community, or even in our workplace, there will be a strong bond. Because imagine if we are clear, because it's a Filipino pa, it's sabog siya. It's not sabog siya if ever we are not clear with what we are doing. So it's very important if it's clear. And also, it can help anyone. It can help the person. It can also help the whole, the team. It can help the individual with, in terms of economics. So there will be an economic growth, for the individual and anybody surrounding, or with a team, because that will be the effect of having a person, of having, a clear goal, having clear purpose, that because we are fulfilled with what you are doing. Okay? And then it can also help cultivate a positive workplace, a culture of, a culture of a workplace which is a positive, like with the people surrounding the, if a team, or if an individual has that clear purpose, then there will be the workplace there will be there will be a positive workplace culture, so since the purpose is clear, then the work is, one is finding meaning. So you see, these are all interrelated. So clear, there will be, since the purpose is clear, then everyone is finding meaning to what they're doing. So see, so it can create a positive workplace culture. And also, it has a larger impact in the person itself and in the surrounding environment, or even in the team itself, in the workplace environment. And also because of that, it has a ripple effect in the community. So it's very important that once in finding fulfillment of purpose in the career, so it's very important that in we are clear with the purpose of one's career. That's really very, very important. So because it's not only affect the person itself, but the team surrounding the person, and in the community in general. So that's it. So that's it for now. Thank you, Sis Lisa.
You unmute. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Thank you, Sis Mercy. That's really true. Finding purpose in your career is fulfilling in our lives. You can be motivated and productive. Like, when you are really, like what Sis Mercy said, clear with your purpose, what you do, what you like to do, especially at work. Like, when you find your purpose, you have a purpose at work, you're really passionate about what you're doing, and then it actually helps the society to be and your colleagues to have a better uh, working environment, just like that. Like, imagine, that's why a lot of people are actually changing careers, because they don't find purpose, they don't find meaning in their careers. So that's really good. That's really a good topic. Sometimes, we regardless of how long you've been working, but if you are not really if you don't find purpose in your career, you just switch and find another way. Isn't it? All right, let's go to Sis Way. Hi, Sis Way, unmute yourself, please. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good evening from Australia, Sydney, Australia. I would like to introduce myself as Wei. I work as a sleep technician full time in one of the hospital here, and doing this digital business as Plan B, and in preparation for my retirement golden years to supplement my income. So I'm actually a mom, but my daughter is adult and already married, and she lives South Coast, not with me. So actually, there's only two people in our household. So yeah, so at the moment, I'm keeping busy with my digital business, hobbies. I'm talking about hobbies and interest. What are the value of pursuing your passion, hobbies, and interests? What will they give you? So you will get joy and satisfaction. It will give you happiness, relaxation, and also stimulate your cognitive cognitive function, your brain function. So the older you get, the more you should be interested in having some hobbies in your life, as physically or just mental, and it will keep your mind active and also helping you reduce depression, anxiety, and cognitive decline. So it also will help you cope with stress. So what kind of hobbies and interests are there? So you can participate in the community work, and it will also help you like connect with people and a sense of community, and also like socially, you can be involved socially at like in the community RSL. You can join the dancing group, and like physical exercise also in a way, and also strengthen your cardiac health, muscle strength, or else you can do some knitting, which is not that very active, painting, give you your eye coordination, or not so strenuous exercise. You can play golf. So in this way, it can like provide a healthy outlet for emotions, and also at the same time promote relaxation. So I think everyone should try out if they don't have any hobbies or interest. For me, I like cooking. It is like born into me, and it's not a chore for me. It's like, give me joy. And also gardening. I used to have like beautiful orchids, anthurium, which gives me joy of looking at my flowers inside. So yes, everyone should have hobbies and interests to improve your cognitive function and your mental and physical health. Thank you for having me here and sharing and giving value for your life.
Thank you, Sis Way. That's a really good topic as well, because when we're getting older, we need to do our hobbies and interests, especially when you're about to retire. Like, even if you're not retired,
Yeah,
even if you're young, you need to have
I
joy and
actually,
satisfaction, especially like even though when we're busy, guys, we need to be active. Keep our body and mind healthy, isn't it, Sis Way? Now that like you're nearly retired this way, you can actually let your plants live, yeah. And you
going
need
traveling also.
to keep up, yes, like traveling. It's Sis Why talking about dancing. I don't know if she dance, but I
You
love
like
dancing.
dancing?
Yes, we
I have
do.
to
We need
teach
we
from
need
you.
it, guys. It actually gives us joy, and like I don't know, somehow like when you have hobbies and interests,
Fun.
don't want to focus a lot of negative. It keeps you positive, to be honest. Not just actively with your mind and body, but it gives you really joy to have hobbies. All right, thank you, sis wise guys. Before we move on, I just want to greet some of the people who are actually watching us. We have Ryan Alexander Lim watching from Pennsylvania, USA. Hello, brother. Thank you for watching us. I don't know why it's still morning. Is it morning? And we have Rika Shar from UK. You are so inspiring, ladies. Oh, thank you, sis. We have Mirna Soriano. Pa-shoutout naman po, nanay. From Santa Cruz talaga. Sorry, guys. Um, mm, I think that's all. And the last but not the least, we have Sis Moira from Dubai. Hello, sis. Good afternoon to you in your side. Go ahead.
Hi. Hello, Sis Louisa. Hello, everybody. Sorry I'm a bit late. I was just on the road. Thank you so much for today and for allowing me to be part again of this amazing session. And for those that do not know me, my name is Moira. I'm originally from South Africa. I'm residing in Dubai now for the past 3 years, going 4 years. I am here because I'm a registered midwife. I'm still doing my full-time job as a midwife, and I'm a proud digital business owner. I'm married and I have two boys as well. Um, and today I think today is um, all about self-care, you know, and the importance that self-care is for your mental health. I am busy with the 90 days program, guys, and I think this is the best topic that I can discuss because I've been busy with this, and this week's theme was all about emotional well-being, and One of the things that I really started in focusing on when it comes to my health and my well-being was my is actually not was is my morning routine. And if the morning routine, if there's no time for the morning routine, I do it at nighttime, and that is my affirmations that I diligently do now. And I must say, it does change a person, it does change the mindset as well. Um, the reason why, with the challenges that I faced before I started this business, it was like, mainly on the financial thing, right? That also affected the mental side and the health side. Um, but when I shifted my focus, and that is what some of the topics was also talking about this week, your shift. I think I spoke about it last night. When you shift your focus more on positive things, and rather than focusing on this negative um, block or something that is obstacle that is standing in your way, and you want to become this better person, you want to become this better version of yourself, and obviously all of us wants to be a better person than yesterday. um, it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy road when there's always something that's trying to, even when you are on the road, there's always sometimes a car that's just swerve in front of you. It's just this life, there's always something that suddenly unexpected happens, and you need to be ready for it. And that is why we're practicing all these um, things that we can do to help us stay sober minded. And there's something, there's a little word or phrase that one of the doctors normally use where I'm working. So for everything that she's like doing or saying to the patient, she's just saying, breathe for the baby. It doesn't matter what it is, you just say, breathe for the baby. So now we use that also in any situation. We just tell each other, the colleagues, breathe for the baby. So, and I have learned a lot, in terms of this program that I'm now. And that is actually because I had faced actually another challenge, you know, um, recently, and I think it's still going, but that I'm not going to allow it to. I'm not going to allow it to discourage me, and I'm not going to allow it to break me, and I'm not going to allow it to lose my focus on what my goal is and what I want to achieve. There's something I was listening now to Sister Tracy's message that she was saying about this woman that gave a last penny. You know, um, I want to share. I hope I won't be out of line or something, but the challenges that we face is like on a spiritual level and a whole nother. It's like a whole nother level, and the word of the Lord speaks about it. The Bible speaks about it, and our our battles that we have is the evil forces in this on this earth. It's not the physical human being, it's the spirit behind that. And that is why prayer is another amazing powerful thing that we cannot take for granted, and that I always do. If I don't stay in prayer, then it will be easy for me as a person to go off the road, or change and lose my focus and lose my perspective on things that are very important in life. So yeah, these are the things that I use. I'm not sure what other people can use, but if I can tell you on a personal note and on a personal experience, if it's something that you want to do, we are currently, I think they started the law of attraction, some training things on our site. And it's interesting. These are things that heard about before, that I did not put my attention to it, because you are so constantly just focusing on, oh, I have to go to work, I come back from work, I go to church, I come back from church, I have kids school, things like that. And there are so many things that can actually help you when it comes to your health and your well-being. And it's not just the physical part, like doing your exercises, but it's also the mental side of it. You know, that's the important thing, to keep your mind uh, and your sanity, and to keep you grounded, and to be able to be so resilient that nothing actually can break you, or nothing can you know discourage you. um so yeah, so meditation is the one that I do. Affirmations is the one that I do. I start really to really put it effort into it. My prayer and my music, obviously. For those that do not know me, music is, it's my it's my uplifter. It's my change of mood. It's my change of energy, and it's my food for soul. My choir master used to say that music is the food of life. Keep on, play on. I like it, or I love it, or something like that. And that is what I do, and that is what I use. So thank you so much, Sister Louisa. You're
Sorry,
mute.
thank you, thank you. Why I always keep muted? I have to navigate everything. Thank you, Sis Mara. Yeah, that is really true. You know, in a spiritual level, like you really need it, right? So, and you need, when you make time for yourself, you always wanted to get rid of all the negativity stuff in your mind. You know, because sometimes it affects your health, you know,
Mm.
your mental, your physical, and all that. It's really hard. And I would say, like, you know, you're right, prayer is the best weapon. There is a quote for that, but I don't remember at all. But it's just the best weapon for everything, to keep you on track, to keep your, like, your well-being, your situation, whatever situation you are in, keep you aligned and going to the right direction. So that's what I would say, right?
Mm.
Guys, it's very important. I think what we've talk about tonight, and you know, all these topics, whether your mental health, whether family and relationships and everything, these topics are really really needed in our lives, so we can bring a sense of purpose, fulfillment, and happiness, whether it's in your personal lives, or maybe working environment, or within our society. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. I think we've, like what everybody said, like we've learned a lot of these topics here tonight, like what Sis Mel said. Like we started to getting to know, guys, what you're doing, what, you know, and it kind of like really inspired me, and I hope our audience for tonight kind of like inspire us. You know, whatever stories you actually shared tonight. All right, everybody. I think that's all for tonight. Guys, ladies, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate it. And for those of you who are watching us, we really appreciate it. And thank you so much for your lovely comments. And I hope we're going to see you next week. You have a lovely night. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Good
Bye.
evening. God bless.
God
Bye,
bless.
everyone.